Hi, I'm Rico and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video, and reason that I'm making this first video is because of my coach, who actually told me like, "Hey Rico, you are helping people with back problems, with herniated discs. You want to help more people, but hey, showcase yourself a bit and show them who you are." So that they can trust you and they know what your experience is and how you can help them. And let them know a little bit about yourself. So I'm not a guy that actually feels like, hey, I want to promote myself or I want to showcase myself. So I'm a little bit, nervous, anxious about this video. But yeah, I know that this could probably help you in understanding who I am. And if you feel comfortable about me, then perhaps I can help you with overcoming your hernia, your herniated disc. I know how it is to have a hernia. Years ago, I had one. I will tell you a little bit later about that during this video, and I found a way to overcome it. And now I help people, especially with pain with the herniated disc. Within about 12 weeks, we can already see some good results. I'm really proud of it, and they mostly don't need any surgery at all. So that's awesome, and I hope that I can help way more people because I love to do it. Um, for me, this video is part of my own self development because self development for me is quite important. I have my own coach in sports, I have my own coach in mental support, and also I have an online coach helping me with this program, setting it up. Um, so, thinking back about when I was younger, I always wanted to connect with more people. But there was a little challenge because I didn't really have much friends. I wasn't really able to socially connect with people. So, as a kid, I was quite alone. I was never bored. I did so many things, and I love life, and I had a lot of energy, but somehow I really had problems or challenging to connect with people like me. And the fun fact is, I didn't like sports at all. Um, it started actually when I was 6 years old, not 6 years old. Um, when I was 6 years old, my parents actually, they said like, hey, you need to do some sports. You do karate. So at 6, I started karate. And in the beginning, it was all nice, cool, fun. But when you gradually become better, I was actually having to do some sparring sessions with guys, with kids that actually were better than me. And I'm gonna be honest, I got afraid to go to karate because they kicked me in my head, they kicked me in my stomach, and I really wasn't like that. So I found out that I was actually running through the gym and trying to avoid them, but they were kicking me, and I felt like, ah. So in the end, I stopped karate. And yeah, that was my first encounter with actual sports. On the other hand, what I did happen is when I was still from young age, my parents took me traveling a lot. So I've been traveling around the world since I was really young. I still remember that I was laying down in the hallway of the airplane sleeping, and we went to Indonesia. Yeah, that's my roots, from Indonesia. Was born in the Netherlands, but mother Indonesia, father Dutch. So, and I love Indonesian food, of course. And we traveled a lot. And that was actually quite awesome. That's what I remember. I've seen a lot of countries, I think 15, no, over 50 countries already when I was already 12, 13 years old. And one of the things that I did get back from my family members was that I always was really open and was full of energy. And this really came out when I was actually 12 years old, and my parents put me on dancing, Latin dancing lessons. And since that moment that I started dancing, I love music and I love dancing. And even started later age starting dancing bachata again. So that's quite cool. Um, but I was really a late bloomer, to be honest. And um, yeah, didn't really have my first relationship up until my 19th year. Um, and during that relationship, I really got a feeling like, hey, I want to look good. So I started to do fitness. And um, yeah, so I really liked fitness, and I did. Yeah, since my 21st year, I started fitness, and I really did that extensively. And that was the first part that I actually got into sports that I actually liked. Now, this is the part, you know, where I was actually thinking back that things changed in my life. Life gives you moments of great impact that, if you're open to it, will help you to grow. And mine was actually when I was 25. I lost my mom due to cancer. And 3 months before she passed away, she actually gathered the whole family and she said, like, hey guys, I want to tell you something. I um, I went to the doctor because there was some blood coming out of me, and yeah, they diagnosed me for colon cancer. And that was a shock because I was really connected with my mother in an awesome way. And 3 months later, she passed away. She got a cardiac arrest while just after surgery. Um, and it struck me really hard. And 3 years later, I really got depressed when I was 28. And I noticed that this stress really hit me hard. And I found out that in those years that I was still exercising, still working out, I was running, but I found that every year, at least 5 or 6 times, I strained my back and I couldn't do anything anymore. So this was, I felt like, what's going on? So I went to a really, really, really good specialist, and he actually told me like, "Hey Rico, your body it's all tangled up. Somehow, if you do a squat, you're not going down straight. So I think that we should treat you." Um, and he treated me, and I couldn't walk anymore within 4 weeks. So I thought like, what's going on? So he actually told me like, "Hey, you need to take an MRI scan," and I did it, and I had a really severe herniated disc at two levels, L2, L3, L3, L4. And this had a huge impact in my life. I couldn't walk anymore, couldn't stand anymore, had a lot of pain. And it took me 2 years to find a way to overcome it because I didn't want to have any surgery. And I managed to overcome it. And yeah, basically, one of the things that I found out is that combination of medical attention, physiotherapy, chiropractics, plus working out, fitness, um, those three became a lifeline for me. Um, and since then, this has so much impact on me that it was actually the starting point in developing and challenging myself. And on my 35th year, I actually got into a relationship of 12 years total, which was quite dynamic, I can say. And I already was starting to challenge myself physically, but this relationship started to help me and challenge myself mentally. So, um, since then, I actually got coached a lot and really on different levels. So, energetically, spiritually, a lot of different things. And um, this helped me enormously to start to understand who I am, what I want, and of course, well, I felt that I want to help other people as well. So I also became a coach and started to help others, trying to find their passion and trying to live their life to the fullest. Um, and still today, I have my coaches and I try to challenge myself continuously and develop myself, learning from my failures. And I made a lot of failures, absolutely. But then failures for me are a first attempt in learning, so I know that it's also giving me a lot of things. And understanding that I have a hernia, I also try to challenge myself uh, physically and mentally in the same time. So one of the things that I did in 2018 was try to climb the Mont Blanc. I saw a movie called Everest, and I was really intrigued by the whole scenery and by the challenge and what happened there. So I actually called a couple of friends and told them, "Hey guys, I got something for you. Who wants to join me climbing a mountain?" "Yay! But what mountain?" "Yeah, I saw the Everest, but it's too much. But let me do some research." And next to my job that I had, there was a colleague, and he told me like, "Hey, you should do the Mont Blanc." I said like, "Yeah, why not?" So basically, I started gathering a group of people, and we practiced to uh, go for the Mont Blanc. This was a hell of a journey. I never climbed a mountain before. And it was tough, and in the end, we were actually preparing. Well, we started preparing 1 year before, um, but I found out that I was the least fit person. All the others in my group, they ran marathons, triathlons, they did CrossFit, and I was having like, wow, these guys are insane. But hey, I trusted myself, felt like, okay, I'm running, I can walk with a backpack, 25 kilos, let's do it. So I really prepared. But unfortunately, in the end, I was the only one that didn't make it. And for me, it was tough because I got the realization like, wow, I'm not the only one that didn't make it. Wow, I'm weak. Wow, what happened? And it took me a while to really overcome this. And well, I actually got to know some other guys who also climb mountains. And um, basically, they challenged me like, hey, let's do it again and let's overcome your fear of the mountains. And somehow it's like climbing a mountain is different. Oh, and it's so awesome. So I felt like, okay, I want to prepare even better. So I started to do CrossFit because CrossFit is really a challenging sport. And I felt like, let's do it because that will help me definitely to improve my strength, improve my cardio performance, and improves my ability to recover. So I started CrossFit, and that really, really, really helped me, and it was awesome. And I managed to climb a mountain in February 2023, and even got higher than the Mont Blanc. I climbed the Kilimanjaro with a group, and it was awesome. It was insane. So I found out that if you prepare yourself properly, that you can achieve anything. And that's what I help also people with in my gym. People come to me and I give them really tough trainings. But every time they come back, I challenge them and they see that they progress. And also people with the hernia, they come in feeling like I'm in pain all the time. They feel like I cannot do it. And I'm there to support them to make small steps. You don't run the marathon by running it immediately. Some people can do it. I cannot. But you run the marathon by starting running 10 meters or 1 meter. That's what I also do. And basically, I love my job right now. I've been in another situation. I worked as a corporate. I worked in recruitment as a recruitment manager, recruitment director for different companies, international, national, and I hated my job. And the reason why is I love to help people to find another job, but internally it's all about, hey, you need to get people in, and it's not about, hey, you get people in, let's understand those people and make sure that we keep them in and invest in them. So many companies don't do that. So basically, I've been working as a corporate and I felt it's not what I wanted to do. I want to help people on a different level. And in sports, I found out that I was really capable of helping people. So I felt like, why not doing this professionally? So I started out as a personal trainer, and people really liked my lessons. So within a half a year, I got like a lot of people coming to my lessons, and they just stick to me still now after 3 years of giving like those lessons. And I felt like, hey, if people like it, why not starting my own gym? So that's what I did, starting my own gym and helping people out. And I love to do it. And I hope that I continue this like for a long time and helping people even more. And yes, it's not always that easy. I got my struggles. I got like, challenges. But hey, I love what I do, and I'm actually working on my passion right now. So, my goal for myself is to help people, more people overcoming their herniated discs, their hernia, getting rid of their back pains, and making sure that they live life to the fullest, just like me. And for me, my next goal is to run the 21K with someone else, coaching someone else, and also this March doing a High Rocks event. And yeah, I know for sure that I'm gonna kill it because I know how to take it with small steps. So, if it is your goal to become pain free and you want to live your life to the fullest, hey, maybe I can help you. I want to do it. So maybe connect soon.